with forward and backward arm circles, trying to keep the body as still as possible. The shoulder joint is really the only thing that's moving during this exercise. You're trying to get the biggest range of motion that you can from the shoulder without having any compensations with the head or chest moving. As you get more flexible, you'll be able to have a bigger range of motion here. With standing hip rotations, you're trying to keep the upper body as still as possible while staying balanced while you're rotating through your hip from side to side. Hands can be either at your side or extended for balance, but you're switching both sides, upper body remaining still while you're rotating that leg around through the hip joint, showing control at both the start and stop points. With the prone bridge, you want to make sure you have an engaged or braced core. You want to think about it as if someone is going to punch you, how tight you would have your core. You want to make sure hips are even with the shoulders, not too high, not too low. Making sure the shoulders are also right above the elbows so you're not forward or backwards, but just staying right in a good line the whole time with a nice engaged core. With straight-legged sit-ups, the lower body should really have no movement through this exercise. One vertebrae at a time should be lifting up off the ground as you're going through your sit-up movement here. Make sure you go slow up and down. Control, especially returning back to the ground. One vertebrae at a time coming off the ground. The less movement you see in the lower body, the better. With prisoner squats, you want to make sure you're pushing through the heels, driving, that's where your power is coming from. Your toes should actually be able to wiggle if you're putting enough pressure through your heels. Your chest and head should stay up and out. And also, the first movement is your hips should be sitting back. So that keeps your knees relatively still. Hips sit back, therefore the knees stay still, as opposed to going way over the toes. In single leg layouts, you want to make sure you extend to basically have a line going from your fingertips through your body out through your pointed toe. You want to try to keep the balance the whole time and also have a controlled speed throughout the movement. This is pretty determined on how flexible you are, is how far you're going to be able to extend. So as you gain flexibility, you'll be able to extend farther and farther. The leg that you're standing on can be slightly bent if needed, but it's all about how much control you can have as you extend out. With the push-up, you want to keep the body as one unit, pretty similar to the prone bridge we did earlier. Your head should go in front of the hands as you push up and down, and your hands should be underneath your shoulders. So here you see the chin going in front of the fingertips. Hands are pretty much directly underneath the shoulders. The body's moving as one unit up and down. With the squat, jump, and stick, you want to make sure you're driving through your heels and use your arms to power up. Land in an athletic position with control and land as softly as possible.